Say less.
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Panthers are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Eagles team that will need to figure out how much he can count on the run.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. First carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. To throw, Kaiser. And he spots Henderson open left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, Kaiser. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First down, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. 3rd down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
On 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's goal. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's score. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. Airing one deep for Curse. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let's go. Let's round.
From the gun, Kaiser. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Kaiser. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this seemingly endless drive continues. From the red zone now, Kaiser. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This is Mostert, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Complete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Detroit, let's go! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit!
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Let's round! Let's Ohio! Ohio!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Take Carradine in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Let's go! Over!
They'll let the power game take over with Crouch. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there goes his guy. We'll get the football back. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Kaiser to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Kaiser now. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Tank Carradine in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. Detroit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Good. Here we go now. Green. Detroit.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Kaiser flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Take care of Dean. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And on 2nd and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at this. Now, let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. First down throw for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. His throw is going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Kaiser. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Let's round. Let's go. Let's
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On play action, Kaiser. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Let's round.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And Forbath will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be back home next week for a date with